Hey you guys, it's ojmerge back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to keep a Jamaican man interested. Interesting. The reason why we're touching on this topic is because a lot of you all have been just wondering, how do you keep the dynamic going? Things start off so hot and heavy. You get this Jamaican man, he's into you, you're into him, he's treating you good, loving you right, girl. But you're like, dang, how can I keep this momentum? And that's a good question.
Yes, it is a good question. No. Are you ready to dive into it?
I think I'm ready to dive into it.
Alright. So, how to keep a Jamaican man interested? Well, first you gotta ask yourself, what got this Jamaican man here in the first place? What attracted this Jamaican man to me? What are some of the things that I did in the beginning that drew him to me and that made him found me interested and wanted to be here with me?
Right.
And capitalize on those things. Work on those things.
Hone them, refine them.
Exactly. Hone these things, as Jay said, refine them, tweak them, keep them always in the front of the mind. Reason being is because a lot of times we get into some relationships and we go in hot, nice, attentive, all of that, and then we drop the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of times I would say, and when you drop the ball, believe it or not, there's always somebody else that's ready to play. And interest is something that is very much needed just because how the human mind is set up. It's because how the human brain is set up. So you got to keep things interesting. So revert back to some of the things that in the beginning drew this man to you. As we always say, everybody's situation is different, so the level of interest in the beginning might be different, but you know what you did to pull him, you know what you did to bring him in your life, to have him there. So don't forget those things. Use them at all times and switch it up sometimes try new things to see how intrigued of them this Jamaican man is.
Yeah, definitely.
Pull out some lingerie sometimes see what it is. Go places, do things, go on romantic dates,
Plan trips.
not everybody is a romantic.
True.
Some people are different. And as far as a lot of Jamaican men, believe it or not, a lot of Jamaican men aren't the romantic type.
Yeah, I think Stella got her groove back, had us all thinking that Jamaican men just be, But,
A lot of Jamaican men aren't the romantic type. As I always say, due to upbringing, due to how we are, due to how certain things is, but a lot of us are romantic. So you gotta find that sweet spot or that middle spot to say, okay, let me identify the type of man that my spouse is and let me play on that.
spouse, love interest.
Yes.
But,
Boyfriend, husband, whatever it is.
right.
And do some experiment. Always keep things new as much as you can. Always keep things festive. Always keep things bright. And I know that everyday life will chip in. Certain things will happen. You gotta go to work, whatever it is. But always take the time out to be intriguing.
Yeah.
Always take the time out to spend a little bit of time in that area to keep things nice, to keep things flirtatious. No matter how far it is in the relationship or in the marriage or in the infatuation or in whatever your situation is. Always take the time out, females, to be sexy, to be intriguing, to be, loving, to be romantic. That will definitely keep a Jamaican man around. And I know a lot of females gonna say, what about doing this for them? What if I can't do this? What if I can't do that? For example, a lot of females would say, well, Jamaican men like a woman that can cook, like a woman that can do certain things, do certain things. If you can't, you know what you can do to substitute that. Right. Not everything warrants that, so don't overthink it. Be the person that this man fell in love with, I was interested in the beginning. And just be yourself. A majority of the time, one of the problems that normally occurs is in the beginning of a lot of relationship, people aren't who they say they are.
You are meeting their representative.
Yes. People put a different character, out, and then a man per se or a Jamaican man will see that and think, okay, this is who she is, and then you change, and then you wonder, why is he losing interest in me? It's because the woman that he met wasn't the woman that you are. So present yourself in the beginning as who you are. That means that is the person that man will be, infatuated with throughout.
Yeah.
And yes, just keep things spicy. Every now and then, lingerie night, do some little lingerie night, take it out a little bit, see what it is, As a Jamaican man, romance or romantic things, as I said to you before, there's level to it. And as a woman, I think you can turn it up a notch sometimes, because of how things is and how you are. Turn it up a notch.
I think DoorDash is here.
Yes, they are.
I'll get it.
Yeah. Hold on. So yes, be a woman and do little things. Be sexy. You ain't gonna be 100% submissive, but if you can, go with it. Do everything that warrants you to keep your man in the household, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Right. And I mean, of course, a lot of what we say, it goes both ways, ladies. We're not here to put all the weight on you and say it's your responsibility to carry all these, obligations. It's always a two-way street, but we're talking about y'all today. So.
Yeah, today it's a little bit tunnel vision towards that angle.
Absolutely.
There will be a situation where, or we might do another video that, implies what it takes for a Jamaican man to keep his woman in the house. Yeah. If so be the case. But for right now, it's about the ladies. So ladies, be ladies.
Yeah.
Be sexy. Be cute.
Be feminine.
Be romantic.
Be soft. Be clean. And to a lot of us, this is, common knowledge. But when you look at man and woman, there are key indicators that separate us, especially physically. So as a woman, play that up,
Yes.
You get to wear dresses, you get to wear jewelry, you get to be soft, feminine. And not just in your appearance, but in your approach. Having a feminine approach in the way you communicate with your man and many other areas are a huge factor. And just, not being off-putting. And I want to be careful how I word this, because I don't want to make it sound like your sole duty is to do everything you can to keep this man.
Yes. But
if you're interested in that, we have the answers. There are ways to conduct yourself, communicate, ask the right questions that doesn't have to feel nagging to your man, doesn't have to feel off-putting to your man, doesn't have to feel like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So there are ways to approach it, ladies.
Be that person that he confides in. Be that person that encourages him. Be that person that, he can come to with any little thing to say anything. Be his rock. Because a lot of times, men, need someone to talk to, need someone to confide in, need someone to, share certain things with. You must be all of that.
You need to inspire him. Because,
there you go. Encourage him.
Yes. Men are problem solvers, and we all have the same thing, ladies, but at the end of the day, if you're missing the ability to speak life into your man, plan together, have a vision, uplift him. In turn, he'll give you the same and more.
Yes.
And so that's what I would say.
Create ties and bonds. Do things together, have things together. If certain things requires both of y'all doing it, owning certain things together, do that. Let both names be out there. Those things tie a person in with you to share things equally. That make any sense? For example, if you're making certain purchases and y'all are making it together, share that moment, share that responsibility, share that bill, tie in certain things and make it a couple thing, make it a joint effort.
Yeah, having shared interests
having shared interests make certain things a joint effort, so you know both people take part. There's a lot of little things that you can do to keep the interest, to you know, make your spouse or your Jamaican man feel like, okay, we're in this together, so it's nowhere for me to go. I'm not going nowhere else because this means more to me than just what is in front of me. It's a lot. So with that being said, you know, just be you most of all.
Be you. That's what I was gonna say. The biggest takeaway is be comfortable being you. You know, we all have shit that we want to improve, or that we maybe are apprehensive about this or that, the third, but ultimately your confidence is what's going to take you through. And you have to be a woman that is comfortable in her skin, comfortable being who you are, comfortable in knowing that you're not perfect, because nobody is, and comfortable in saying, I'm willing to work on the areas of improvement so I can be the best version of myself. Because once you're the best version of yourself, keeping other people interested in you isn't that much of a challenge.
Most definitely. And there you have it.
There you have it. Alright, so that's it, ladies. Hopefully you found that very helpful. But if you feel like you want to dig a little bit deeper, you're not sure how to keep your man's interest, you're worried that the cultural difference might be an obstacle in keeping him there long term, let's talk about it. Comment down below. Tell us what you think. You know, what are some of your insights? But also, we encourage you to sign up for our free webinar training where we will be diving deep into this topic, so that you all can really get a feel for, so you guys can get a feel for what it looks like to sustain a long-term relationship with a Jamaican man.
Most definitely. There you go.
All right, until next time.
ojmerge, and we're out. Boom.